Spanish Inquisition. Here are some facts about the Spanish Inquisition. The Spanish Inquisition lasted from 1478 to 1835. The Inquisition courts could only investigate Jews and Muslims who were already baptized and confessing Christians. Each accused person was given a lawyer. The average trial lasted 2.5 years. While the person was While the person was on trial, they were given a form of house arrest, although it was more like town arrest. They were forbidden from leaving the town. That is, unless their business depended on travel, in which case they were allowed to travel. Torture was only used twice and for less than 15 minutes. That's out of all the cases. Before it was stopped and no longer used. The Spanish Inquisition courts were the first courts to declare spells, curses, and witchcraft to be non-existent, calling them vain fancy on the part of the accuser. During the 350 years the Inquisition took place, 80% of the accused were declared not guilty. When found guilty, the majority of punishments were penance, charity work, prayer, and usually things like cleaning the church, sweeping the steps of the cathedral, and mending clergy vestments. Over the 350 years, between 750 and 2,000 people were executed. None of them were burned at the stake, quartered, or stoned. Conversely, in Protestant countries, during a 50-year period, during the 1500s, 100,000 people were burned alive at the stake for the crime of witchcraft. The Inquisition courts were seen as so lenient that common criminals would shout blasphemies when getting arrested by secular authorities in order to be tried in Inquisition courts, since a guilty plea would only result in confession and penance. That might not, I always believed in the myth of the Inquisition, but that's what I just read is 100% true. And I will give links, scholars and historians that back this up. Peace to you. Oh yeah, another thing about the Spanish Inquisitions, it wasn't the Jews that were tried, it was conversos. Jews and Muslims that converted to Christianity, but then were not Christians, actually tried to work against the state as spies. The Spanish Inquisition was to root out spies, because how the Iberian Peninsula was taken by the Muslims initially was through Jewish merchants and Muslim merchants that acted as spies. The Spanish Inquisition courts were the most modern courts in the world until the present justice system of today. And even today, you don't get, 90% not guilty. Even in places in the United States and England, witchcraft, you could still be punished for witchcraft. In England, there was a case in the 60s where somebody was put on trial for witchcraft. So these crazy Catholics, like all this propaganda, like the pit, the pendulum, and all that kind of stuff, BS. Almost at the very beginning of the Inquisition, witchcraft, spells, and curses were declared nonsense. Peace to you.